I love this movie. It is so much fun. Don't you think it was fun?
You know, for a movie that I always thought was about boneheads just driving cars around, this is actually a lot of fun. And the Fast and the Furious franchise has only gotten better with each evolution, and 8 is actually pretty fun. Now, disclaimer, we have never seen any of the other ones except Tokyo Drift. I don't know why.
They've progressively stepped their game up. And boy, the big action set piece that you see in the trailer with the tank and the submarine, wow. I don't know where they go from here, how they step it up even further.
So the movie starts with Dom, who goes on his honeymoon in Cuba and then gets pulled by some random white girl played by Charlize Theron.
She's so beautiful.
Where he has to betray his old crew in order to save something very precious to him.
If she blackmailed me, I'd go along with it too. At that point, Dom has to follow all her orders, and the rest of the group has to basically chase him around. You have 3 massive car chases, and sprinkled in between are fistfights and guns and all that good stuff, all this action, all this great pacing, and a plot that actually is not that bad.
The action is glorious. I love a good action movie that knows what it's all about and doesn't take itself too seriously. You have some of my favorite vehicles out there, the Subaru BRZ, the Ripsaw EVO2, and the 1945 Soviet underwater submarine.
I think this movie is stolen by The Rock and Jason Statham. Every scene they're in, they nail it. They're such a joy to watch. I would watch a spin-off with just those two. That's how good they are. They carried this movie way more than Vin Diesel does.
Vin Diesel's acting range seems to be grumpy, sad, and occasionally awkward smile. So I don't know if his acting is the best despite the fact that he's been in all 8 movies, but at this point he's done it for so long that he pretty much is Dom, so I can't really complain about that. So a pleasant surprise for someone who's never seen most of the Fast and the Furious franchise, save for Tokyo Drift, which is kind of in its own strange little place, is Tyrese Gibson, who plays an excellent comic relief in this movie. Of course, he's the dumbass that picks the Lambo when they go driving out into Soviet Russia and finds out that rear-wheel drive in the middle of a frozen lake is perhaps the dumbest decision you could ever make. But it's because of these stupid choices that he makes that makes the movie funny and gives it a bit of levity in between all these action scenes. So it doesn't pummel you all the time with action. That would be exhausting, and only Mad Max can do that with the finesse that it had. Fast and the Furious is smart enough to break up its action pieces with some plot pieces, some interesting character developments, and some beautiful, beautiful shots of Ramsey the hacker. Girl. So this movie isn't all perfect, and as with all action movies, I think there are a lot of glaring plot holes. The more you think about the things that happen in this movie, the less it makes sense. For example, they somehow EMT hack a Toyota Prius, which does not have autopilot features.
For your headcanon to work, you have to assume this movie takes place in a distant future in a galaxy far, far away. Every single one of these movies has plot holes. Every single one of these movies defies the laws of physics. That's not why you're watching this movie. You're watching for the big car chases. You're watching this for the action set pieces. You're watching this for The Rock kicking ass. And that is what this movie does. It's got great pacing, strong acting, and overall, I just had fun seeing this movie. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. A lot of fun. I had fun. You're gonna have fun.
I'm gonna squeeze in one more complaint, and that's that Charlize Theron looks like she came out of Jamaica and got like dreads or something. That's my last complaint. But otherwise, I give it an 8 out of 10.
She's still hot.
This isn't a masterpiece by all means, and certainly Charlize Theron isn't at her hottest, but goddamn, this is a good movie. It's a lot of fun, and it's actually well paced. 2 hours of great driving fun. Would recommend.
We're gonna need a bigger truck.
Actually, no. I have one more complaint, which is the one white guy who plays Mr. Nobody. He drives all the cool cars that I actually want to buy, but he's not cool at all. Get your ass out of that Subaru BRZ and get your ass out of that Subaru WRX because you don't deserve to drive it. I do, okay? Don't get this guy who doesn't know how to drive a goddamn stick shift in a car like that.